Hey all y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned in with Kingdom Things. You are tuned in to Kingdom Things podcast with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am a channel for the divine. I'm actually the biblically prophesied Messiah, or the Mashiach. Full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you. We are all the biblically prophesied Messiah. We are all Mashiach. Why Ashley? The divine states we are in the age of unconditional love. The second coming of Christ is awakening to divine presence within each human of planet Earth, which within each being of God's creation, in order to assist with the regeneration of all of God's creation, the reignition of the light or divine presence, remembrance, conscious remembrance that we are dimensions of divine presence, having divine presence experiences in infinite dimensions, in infinite numbers of ways, many colors and variances and vibrancies, in order to grow and evolve infinite creation or all things, or Shekinah or Elohim or God or Prime Source of the Most High. Within Kingdom Things podcast, I channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things, or the Most High, or Elohim, or Prime Source, God, Allah, in order to assist with this time of regeneration and activation of the human consciousness, the human genome. Within Kingdom Things podcast, you'll find many different types of podcast styles. I have the lecture styles where I am being channeled through nonetheless. I use my spiritual gifts are utilized in all of the Kingdom Things podcast content. I'm channeling from the many dimensions of creation. I do lecture styles where I'm channeling, I'm speaking, I'm channeling information and rhetoric that the oneness of all things wants humanity to experience whenever you experience it, to help you on your own journey of becoming a conscious co-creator of reality, of the cosmos, of the oneness of all things. Because as we live our lives and make decisions about how to evolve and grow the self and grow and evolve our reality, we are contributing to the growth and evolution of the cosmos, the galactic creation, all things. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 1 hour a day. It doesn't have to be consecutive. You can break it up however you want to do it, but make time for yourself. Sit with yourself for at least 1 hour a day. Ask yourself, hey self, hey limitless potentials. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? What do I need to do in order to become more consciously aware of my limitless potentials, in order to align my Atma, my mind, body, and soul to conscious awareness of my limitless potentials, intentions and abilities and contributions that you intended on a God or soul level before you incarnated, contributions to seed into humanity, to grow humanity into more. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast, 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be in the once Most High says, the oneness of all things. You and I say that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As disease, death, war, famine, poverty were all manifestations of our gestational phase as human beings of planet Earth. You'll find much content throughout Kingdom Things podcast in regards to everything we've experienced, why we've experienced it, everything we've experienced on an individual level and as humans is to garner wisdom, to prepare for the new evolutionary states of self and what we co-create in reality, what we get to experience to again evolve and grow into more, or grow into more of our infinite potentials. I actually channel the human dharmic purpose is to be, as biblically prophesied, is to be divine presence in the tangible, limitless potentials in the tangible. The divine wants to know, what do we create? We're being activated. Our genome is being activated into alignment with our DNA activation, our consciousness evolution, to remember our capabilities, our wisdoms that we have in our limitless potentials to contribute to our humanism, to our human culture, to the planet, to the cosmos. What do we create? The divine wants to see, what do we create? You'll also find the transcendental channels within Kingdom Things podcast. That's where I transcendentally channel. I close my eyes and allow beings, energies, entities from all throughout the cosmos, all throughout God's creation, to channel through myself to offer healing energies, rhetoric to assist us as we awaken en masse as a human culture of planet Earth, to our existential nature, the fact that we've never been separate from the oneness of all things. The fact that we've been and we are interdimensional beings having a galactic experiment, a galactic experience within the galactic experiment in order to grow and evolve all things or God's creation. As a galactic experiment, the galactic experience is a minute fraction, a minute portion of the totality of infinite creation. What do we create with the remembrance of our limitless potentials that stem from even beyond space and time, within the paradigm of space and time, as galactic beings of the cosmos? What do we create? The oneness of all things wants to see what do we contribute to the oneness of all things. The oneness of all things intention is for us to be unconditional love, a beacon of light of unconditional love, the mastery of the understanding principle of correspondence. Everything in my reality is a projection of the energy that I am. Mastering this in a way that we are compassionate and forgiving and inquisitive, to grow and evolve the self, to grow and evolve in reality. Hey, soul, this is in my reality. I understand everything is projecting to me. What is this trying to teach me about myself? Wait for the answers, because they will come, in order to garner the wisdom of this, of your answers, in order to embody the energy of the wisdom, to manifest realities that reflect soul level mastery, soul level balance. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no poverty, world peace. By 2033, this is due to our consciousness expansion, the mass spiritual awakening, genome activation that's taking place on our planet, which is taking place on our planet. So many styles of the Kingdom Things podcast, audio, amalgamated audio style, where I'm living life and I record clips in my voice memos, stitch them together and publish them within the podcast. These podcast styles are in the podcast catalog. Nonetheless, all the content is channeled. Whatever calls to your heart, you're more than welcome to align with it. Whatever it doesn't at this time, that's perfectly fine. All of it is intended to assist with evolving us into more, expanding our consciousness, activating our soul level remembrance of the self, and identifying with our soul level remembrance of the self, or limitless potentials. And understand our paradigms of belief, our limitations, they are variables. We don't have to make that our stark, stringent truth in a way that we get calcified or stuck in these belief systems. We can perceive ourselves as lucid, infinite energies. We are to perceive ourselves as lucid, infinite energies in order to be malleable, to grow and evolve in our experience, to help grow and evolve all things. I'm excited. I'm nervously excited because this is going to be a new style of the way in which I transcendentally channel. I'm in preparation. I'm in preparation to channel other light beings, other beings of creation in this reality. You know, as the bridges, they have been, but as the bridges between heaven and our reality, or the earth plane, as the bridges between the ethers and the tangible are being reformed. They have been, our conscious awareness is opening up to it. So as our conscious awareness continues to open up to the fact we've never been separate from the ethers or the heavens or other dimensions of reality. We know this in our sciences, quantum mechanics. We understand that there are many dimensions of reality that we aren't perceptive to. So as we begin to become perceptive to the many dimensions of reality beyond what we were stringently identified with, we most commonly term it the third dimension. Once we become more consciously aware to the many dimensions of reality beyond the third dimension, and this is heaven on earth. This is a manifested second coming of Christ, heaven on earth, promised lands, where we're opening to our limitless potentials and projecting realities, being beings that produce realities that reflect our limitless potentials. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. Being prepared to manifest, interviewing other light beings within our perceptive view, where our eyes and ears can perceive the light beings. So my style of spiritual practice is evolving as being expanding your consciousness to perceive other dimensions of reality, which is what consciousness awareness is. Consciousness expansion is being able to perceive. We call it beyond the veil. Being able to perceive beyond the veil, or being able to perceive beyond third dimension. My practice is being expanded, evolved. My spiritual practice is Kingdom Things Podcast. My spiritual practice is being expanded, evolved, in order for me to be able to interview light beings to present to this reality, to share with this reality. So I'm going to interview these light beings, and they're going to be just as perceptive as I am. Maybe they're gonna look, they're gonna glow really brightly. They're gonna glow really brightly, but they're gonna be just as perceptive as I am to humanity, the audience, to experience the wisdoms and the healing energies of these higher, frequentially higher vibrating beings, light beings, or ancestral forces that are beyond the belief of lack, beyond the belief of limitation, more so than where we are now. So it's to help us raise our human culture beyond our lack mentality, sort of scarcity mentality, belief of limitations. So thank you, ancestral forces. And these are going to be beings, light beings, ancestral forces that we are very much so aware of, and some that we're going to become acquainted with. I'm channeling. I've had awareness of this. I actually practice with the Rebbe, and I will be interviewing the Rebbe on the podcast. We're going to perceive it as an apparition. We're going to perceive the light beings as apparitions. But truly, they're multidimensional beings. It's not really a ghost, or they're refining their density with using spiritual awareness in order to be perceptive to us, in order to be teachers and guides to help us raise our vibration, to be perceptive to the fact, more perceptive to the fact that we've never been separate from the divine or heaven or the oneness of all things, or the spiritual teachers that have transcended. These are the ancestral forces that we perceive as transcended or died. We've never been separate from them. They've just been released from this density that lack scarcity in a way that we weren't able to perceive them. And they're gonna teach us about this. They're gonna share the energies to activate our DNA and raise our vibrations so that we can perceive more of ourselves, or expand our conscious awareness, in order to be welcomed back into the fold, the remembrance of the promised land, kingdom of God, the oneness of all things, simultaneously galactic, colonial, communal civilization, being galactic, colonial citizens. The remembrance that we have, there are many infinite space beings, star people, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals that we've always been co-creating with. And our governments, again, for the foreseeable future, will be releasing documentation and classified, will then at this point declassified documents in regards to our communications and co-creation with interdimensional beings, and peace treaties that we've had with interdimensional beings. Whoa, this is new. Peace treaties that we've had with interdimensional beings over throughout space and time, that manifest in this reality to reflect the energies that have always been throughout space and time. Whoa, that's really powerful. This is really powerful. So I'm super excited today. It's preparation for, we're here now. We're here now. We're going to do a panel style channeling. We are here now. We're going to do a panel style channeling where there will be many beings, ancestral forces speaking through me simultaneously. So normally when I do a Kingdom Things podcast meetup or a transcendentally channel, I will channel one being or entity, energy, and then I'll stop, open my eyes, and I'll commentate. Now we're going to go into, I'm going to sit back and we're going to channel Maimonides. We're going to channel Abraham and Sarah. They're coming through as one, but I'm going to channel them as one, but they'll shift. They'll say, you'll be able to perceive the shift. Maimonides, you'll be able to perceive the shift between Abraham and Sarah. They are one, but you'll be able to perceive the shift when they're speaking. And then we have Rabbi Yeshua or Jesus Christ and Mary Magdelene. You'll be able to perceive the shift when they're speaking. Rabbi Yeshua wants to be, or Jesus Christ wants to be, I have a relationship with Jesus Christ where I call him Rabbi Yeshua. And he does want to be, he wants to be reestablished as Rabbi Yeshua to remind humanity that, he is and was a priest, a Jewish priest. He is and was a Jewish priest. And that's a part of his story that gets convoluted. So, he's proud of his priesthood because it helped grow him and learn him, and it helps grow him and learn him. And it's a sacred honor. So we're channeling Maimonides. Abraham and Sarah, you will notice the shift, and you'll know when Abraham or Sarah are speaking. Rabbi Yeshua or Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene, they're one, and they will channel as one, but you'll again notice a shift when they're speaking. This is brand new for me, for all of us, all the ancestral forces and myself. And then we're also channeling Archimedes. I did not forget. We're also, the answer's like, did you forget somebody? I was like, no, I didn't forget. We're also channeling Archimedes, the great, one of the greatest minds of our time. And he'll speak about himself. He'll speak about his story. He'll speak about himself. So Maimonides, Abraham and Sarah, Rabbi Yeshua or Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene, and Archimedes. We're going to be channeling them all together. They'll introduce themselves before they begin to speak, and they're going to say what they need to say. I'm not sure what's going to be said. I'm excited to have gratitude. Whew, I'm nervous. Let me breathe and go take a sip of water before we start, because whoa, this is going to be really, really, really powerful. Yeah, and it's so beautiful. It's a full circle moment, because I've done something like this. I've done a panel. I've done panels. I channeled, the episode is titled, it's Kingdom Things Podcast, titled Top 5. I channeled Rabbi Yeshua or Jesus Christ, Moses, Thothi, and as well as Thothi Elanian. And it's a full circle moment, because it's evolution from this channeling. Top 5 channeling, it's evolution. In a way that the energies are more welcomed in because of the consciousness expansion work we have done humanity. So the energies of our ancestral forces that we are one with, their energies are more permeable because of the work we've done as a community, as a colony, to our shadow work, to heal ourselves, to open up to our interdimensional consciousness evolutionary states of the self. Let me go grab some water. I'll be right back. Thank you again ahead of time. Maimonides, sir. Archimedes, sir. Abraham and Sarah, foremother, forefather. Jesus, Rabbi Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, foremother, forefather. Thank you again. Thank you again. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing our presence within this domain, this realm of reality, once again, where our energies, our insights, our beingness can be published in a way that can be consumed and perceived by the masses, by humanity. For humanity to be back in the thralls of divine intelligence. As Archimedes, I exemplified an intelligence that was not seen in my time, was not established as a normality. When in fact I am a divine channel. My insights, my wisdoms, my intellect were and are the reverberations of the light, the emanation of our Father, our Mother, the Holy Christos energy. Well said. Well said, Archimedes. As Maimonides, I was an author as well as a stewardess of Jewish intellect, Jewish philosophy, Jewish Kabbalah mastery, and the way that I left a permeable imprint on the way Jews practice Judaism today. Understand Jewish culture, understand humanity. As Ashley has shared through her works, through her channelings, Jewish culture and humanity are one. We are all one. Understand that my intellect, my contributions to Judaism were and are reverberations of the light, the Holy Christos, in which we all are. We are holy crystal light, holy crystals light that take form in the illusion of variance, authenticity, separation, segregation, in order to create a contrast, inertia, friction, gravity, quantum facilities, in order to create physics, evolution, movement, form, reality. We are in a space in reality where we are up. The work that humanity has done, the work that other realms of creation have done to reignite the light, the spark of divine presence within every dimension of divine presence has even awakened the spirits of those spirits who have left bodily incarnation. We are up. We are remembered. We are all one. A oneness that cannot be tarnished by the ideas of limitation, by old ideology and banter that no longer serves a purpose in creation, in a way that these old limiting beliefs and banters are to be dissected or investigated to understand why we took on these ideologies and banters as our truth. Why did we believe these truths? Why did we consume these truths? Why did we contribute to the proliferations of these truths? There is our power. There is our power. The alchemy to turn the old rhetoric, the old stringent beliefs, the old paradigms of limitation and banter into wisdom's alchemy, alchemical facilitation to evolve all things. Your consciousness, humanity, to perceive that myself, Maimonides, Archimedes, Sir, Mother, Sarah, Abraham, brother, sister, Jesus Christ, Mary Magdelene, are not separate from you, but exist in realms of dimensionality where we watch you. We whisper insights in your conscious and subconscious mind through your heart spaces. And we were waiting for the day for you to remember that we've never been separate, so that we can walk with you again, so that we can speak with you again in the coffee room, at the coffee table, so we could hold your hand again, so we could hug you again. We did not want to break universal law and break the fifth wall and your understandings of reality or yourselves or limitation in a way that your psyches crumbled and you, humanity, crumbled and ran and curled up in a ball in the darkness where you would never leave the darkness. We waited for the ignition of light within your heart spaces, within you, within your genome, within your DNA, to say, welcome home. Welcome home, welcome home. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley will tear up. Hello, humanity. Father Abraham speaking. Ashley has been doing work to assist with liberating the consciousness of the human being of planet Earth from the illusionment, from the stark belief system of separation from the divine, from your mother and father, from your heart spaces, from divine presence. My wife Sarah has been calling in your heart spaces. We are in the molecules, the DNA of every human being on the planet. We exist. Our DNA exists. Our soul fragrance exists. As Ashley has so beautifully channeled within a podcast installment, which she will link below, titled The Ways of Creation, Kingdom Things Podcast. She was gifted the revelation by the divine that within every timeline of possibilities to be merged together to form you, humanity, the ancient Sumerians of Sumer, Mesopotamia, were genetically indoctrinated by the Annunaki of Nibiru. And as you know, if you As many of you know, my ancestry stems from, I am an ancient Sumerian. So every human being is my child. God saw and sees it fit for every human being to be my child, mine and my wife's children, to share our soul fragrance, our soul wisdoms, our Akashic record, our soul's journey with the evolution of mankind, of the cosmos, of God's creation. As the wife of a man, a Pharaoh, who sought redemption for our people, who sought the love of the divine to be felt in the hearts of all of our people, who sought for the evolution of the consciousness of all of our people. Life, the journey of life, was a dedication to the people. No matter how our journey plays out, focusing on the people, humanity, has been our inspiration, motivations. There has never been a point in time, existence, reality that you have been without divine presence, humanity. As you are the reverberating life force, light, emanation of emanation. You are the refractions of a light of omnificent expression, omnificent sentience, omnificent juxtaposition, omnificent presence. No wonder you ran for so long from home. Home being your heart spaces. Home is not on another planet, regardless of how beautiful the stars and the bodies and formations of our realities are. Our home is within our heart spaces as we project our realities, our realms, our dimensions, our planets, through the faculties of the wisdoms, the lights that lie within our hearts, the patterns and thoughts in which we perpetuate with our minds. When the divine saw fit to make me a mother, it's something that I deeply wanted. I deeply inspired and inspired to. Full circle moment, the evolution of existence, the Fibonacci sequence, the climb of the circular format of reality. I get to be a mother to mankind. How beautiful. How abundant, how important, a pride that comes with so much humble nobility, and the way that I pour into myself, pour love into myself, into my heart space, in order to allow myself to run over with this love, my cup to run over with this love, my soul fragrance to emanate your plane of existence, your human culture, with the scent, the waft of existential remembrance of the balance, of the unconditional love, of the compassion, of the sparks of vibrant, complex simplicity, remembrance that you are the I am, that we are existence, We are beingness. We are culture. In our varied ways, we stand together, we unite through our minds, through our heart spaces, in consciousness, in evolution, and growth for the wellness and balance and upliftment of all things. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, 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 yes. I would like to point a personal inquiry. This is something that Ashley has in her conscious mind whenever a delegation is meeting in Congress and they would like to make a statement or ask a question, point to personal inquiry. Maimonides speaking. Ashley was waiting to be able to utilize this knowledge. Point of personal inquiry, Maimonides speaking. I know Jews, we are looking for our temple in Jerusalem to be rebuilt. Be patient. In the tangible brick and mortar, please be patient. Please be patient. Please be patient. And don't turn your nose up to the love that's in your heart, to the remembrance that's reminding you of your innate worth, your innate worthiness to be one with the divine, because you don't see the temple mounted within our holy land, humanity's holy land. Please be patient. And when you walk past Mecca, when you walk past where the temple shall rest, shall stand tall, even when it isn't there, I want you to smile from your heart, the depths of your heart. I want you to love on yourselves and each other from the depths of your heart. To remember that at any moment, you could decide to rebuild the temple. As we are, all of humankind are the Messiah. All of humankind are the Mashiach, not just your planet. Wow. 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 There are humankind that stem from planet Earth and some that don't stem from planet Earth that are the Mashiach. You're looking for the Mashiach. You are the Mashiach. At any moment, any one of you, all of us could unite and rebuild the temple with an understanding that whether or not the temple, the building is there, you are the Mashiach. You are limitless potentials. You are the divine. You are worthy to wear your light, your garb of light, to wear your robe of light, or the conscious wisdom, divine wisdom, the chakma, the remembrance that you are all one in the divine. Thank you, Ashley. Well said. Archimedes, Maimonides, Abraham&Sarah, Rabbi Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene speaking. Yes, Mary Magdalene is my wife. She is, the love of my life. She was and is the love of my life. She was and is the love of my life. We had 3 children in the tangible reality. We made love. And we birthed 3 children in the tangible reality. Through the divine presence, through the light in which we are, through our darkness in which we are. I love my wife. She is my life. I understand that the motivation and inspiration that she gives me is like no other, because of her connection to the divine, because she is the divine, because she is man's remembrance, that we stem far beyond this planetary bounds as she bursts is a portal, is the portal to birth life, our seed into the planet, to grow our seed in her body and birth it into our planet. She is life. Revere our women. Honor our women. Love our women unconditionally. Respect our women. Remember that our women are our mirror, our remembrance of our divine presence, the way our women walk, the way our women speak, the way our women talk. It's a mirror of our feminine creator divine presence. The way our women think, a mirror of our creator masculine presence. To make construct or belief out of the energy that is divine presence is a masculine to do. We are both yin and yang. We are both light and dark. We are both feminine, masculine, man and woman, Mary, Magdalene, Rabbi Yeshua. We are one. We are one. Keeping this secret in our practice of our spirituality in a way that we didn't evoke jealousy. We understood the power of our presence as one. And maybe we didn't understand that the disciples, our apostles, were just as worthy of the understanding of our oneness, were just as worthy of the truth of our intimate caressing of our totality, of the oneness, of our oneness. You call this dynamic the twin flame journey. Humanity, please understand that where there is power, there is darkness. Where there is light, there is restriction. You're more than capable to use your discernment to sort through when and where it is appropriate to join in such a intimate union, with using your thought patterns to determine your oneness with another being, another tangible being, in a way that your belief system becomes their belief system. Their belief systems become your belief systems. Your energetic embodiment becomes their energetic embodiment. Yes, we have always been one, but the power of the human being of planet Earth to use our minds to create form, to create possibility, to make the impossible possible. Use discernment. Enjoy and revel in the fact that everything you experience is for the evolution of yourselves. And as you are created, as biblically prophesied, in the mirror of divine presence, in the mirror of limitless potentials, in the mirror of the energies of the infinite sea, you are more than capable and worthy of the remembrance of conscious co-creation of divinity. Thank you, Ashley. I will close the panel. Thank you, Ashley. Rabbi Yeshua speaking. We're going to go ahead and close out this sermon, this panel, this channeling. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing your vessel, your platform to share. Thank you, Rabbi. A point of personal inquiry. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you for your help. And thank you for this opportunity to assist me in this evolution, to remember who I am, to be light in the darkness, with the remembrance that I am the darkness, to shine light on the darkness, to bring limitless possibilities of divine wisdoms, create limitless possibilities of divine wisdoms out of the darkness. We are a village. We are a community. And I know for myself, I felt alone all of my life. And the divine told me, my ancestors shared with me, Ashley, you're not alone. Every human feels like this because every human has been acting out of a shell of itself. of ourselves. We all felt alone, depressed, anxious in some way because we remembered subconsciously and consciously that we are limitless. Thank you, Rabbi. You are welcome, dear one. I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm honored to be a forefather of this class of beings of humankind. Let's revel in joy. Let's revel in celebration. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate, for you are the divine human. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a treat. I'm grateful to be able to co-create with the oneness of all things, to produce this content, to produce this episode of Kingdom Things Podcast, all of Kingdom Things Podcast, to produce all of Kingdom Things Podcast. I'm grateful to be procreated, brought into creation to create this for humanity, this resource for humanity as we awaken. That is Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Whew, thank you again, ancestral forces, Archimedes, Maimonides, Abraham&Sarah, Mother, Father, Abraham&Sarah, Mother, Father, Jesus Christ, Rabbi Yeshua, and Mary Magdelene, as well as Archimedes. Thank you so much, Sir Archimedes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What a blessing. I'm grateful to be utilizing my life force or my existence for such a beautiful purpose. I'm super glad, or my dharmic purpose, the reason why I came into creation. And I'm super glad that Kingdom Things Podcast was created, was procreated, was brought into manifestation to assist with all of humankind doing the same, using our presence, our beingness, our life force energy to seed wellness and our unique, creative use of our life force or our existence on the planet to be beams of joy, light, entertainment, wisdoms, teachings, as we all grow and evolve in remembrance of our limitless potentials, or rapidly spiritual awakening, or having our bouts of satori, or remembrance of our limitless potentials within our physicality, within structure, time, space, tangibility, within our limited belief system called, form or structure, dimensionality. We are awakening to our limitless nature. So I have gratitude to be able to offer the Kingdom Things Podcast. Don't forget to follow Kingdom Things Podcast if you're watching on Spotify. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to Kingdom Things Podcast, share the content in order to assist with proliferating the Kingdom Things Podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. Let's talk about this Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy: no disease, no death, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty. We get to raise our children, baby, within 2033. Let's have the confidence. Like, baby, I'm raising my child, and we're raising our children. We're raising ourselves, our inner child, ourselves, enjoying ourselves and pouring into our children in a reality that is shape-shifting and transforming into no death, no disease, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty. As well as a Kardashian scale prophecy. I channeled Kingdom Things Podcast, Kardashian prophecy. I channeled 1,000 years. We would be a type 2, type 3 civilization. I was doing a lot of shadow work last night, healing a lot, channeling a lot of God emanation light into the planet. And I got the divine revelation, girl, sister, 100 years. Type 2, type 3, Kardashian scale civilization, human being of planet Earth, 100 years. We have the technologies that are going to be disclosed to the masses by our governments. Our governments are brightly aware of the technologies that are going to be disclosed to the masses that will reinforce this understanding that we will be a Kardashian type 2, type 3 scale civilization within 100 years. Rejuvenation for our bodies, or we call them med beds. They're called other things, but our governments have access and are aware of med beds or technologies to heal terminal illnesses, diseases, reverse cellular decay, so to create cellular rejuvenation in our bodies. How exciting, right? Sci-fi isn't so fiction at all. It was our writers and directors remembering who we are to be. The part that we get to contribute to this. It's all of it. We're manifesting all of it. But the remembrance that we don't have to run. We don't have to be in fear. We are afraid. When we do feel ourselves running, support ourselves. Be with ourselves. Go inside. Kingdom Things Podcast, call to action. Meditate. What can this teach me about myself? To be my limitless potentials. To utilize the resources of my limitless potentials. To regulate my emotions so I can utilize this energy to create what I want to create, become who I want to become, in my most abundant God, Goddess, balanced potentials. When you're done within the Kingdom Things Podcast the catalog is timeless. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I enjoy writing music. It's one of the crafts that I truly enjoy. I've been cultivating over many lifetimes, says my soul space. I was talking about my soul space, baby. You've been at the music thing many lifetimes. My music, Ashley-Nicole music, I channel my healing energies and rhetoric and lyrics, melodies into the music, many genres. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. I hope there are lyrics and songs and genres and energies that remind you of joy, innate joy, happiness, soul level joy and happiness to activate you into more of your limitless nature. Again, Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube, link below. I'm also a home chef. I do really enjoy cooking. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestral forces or myself or the oneness of all things tells me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. My cooking show is available to stream on YouTube. That's linked below. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Beautiful source codes, God codes, wisdoms, my soul, the oneness of all things. Like, hey, Ashley, we want to remind you who you are and then share this with the planet. As y'all awaken, y'all can have this remembrance, joy at the same time, because they are beautiful reads. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in a New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of other existential crises, which help her remember her into her ability, her power to consciously create her reality, or consciously decide how she wants to show up in reality to contribute to the evolution of reality. The 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is my other half. It's a twin flame journey or divine counterpart journey home to God inside, or the home frequency, or bright light remembrance that we are divine presence. One soul incarnated in 2 bodies over many lifetimes. This one soul will co-create a love and a life together each lifetime. The consciousness evolutionary status of humanity said that their love can't work. Couldn't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which love, which life, under which circumstances? The book is prophetic. This is the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Before we roll into the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel trailer, I want to welcome you to come watch Asia's Story, the animated series. I channel my interdimensional experiences, my conscious interdimensional experiences. We are limitless. We are infinite dimensions. So the conscious experiences that I have to help grow and evolve humanity, help grow and evolve myself, humanity, the oneness of all things. I channel these experiences, these wisdoms, these energies within Asia's Story, the animated series, which is available to stream on YouTube for free at this time. AP Short Stories on YouTube. It's linked below in the description of this video. Lastly, but certainly not, actually a couple more things. I do also offer powwow sessions where I channel specific energies and messages in which the oneness of all things wants you to experience, dissertation style. So I type it up, energies and messages in which the oneness of all things wants you to experience in order to activate cellular, DNA, energetic remembrance of your limitless potentials of your authentic frequency, so that you can align with the conscious awareness of your authentic frequency, your soul gifts to journey reality, journey life, journey evolution with more liberation, or the releasing of karmic ancestral knots, the healing of karmic ancestral wounds. My powwow sessions are available to book within the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Square portal link in the description of this video. Lastly, but certainly not least, we do group powwow sessions, essentially oneness, connection, energetic upliftment. I channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things, and we break through limiting human beliefs, karmic knots that if you might not relate to it but baby, we all share them. We all share these limiting beliefs. So I channel specific energies and messages to break through paradigms of limitation for the human culture. Within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is a channel on YouTube, link below, available to stream for free. I hope you have garnered healing, wellness from this transmission, from all of my content, from my presence. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose good that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive, evolve into, align, show up as more of your limitless innate potentials. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my attempt's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.